Move on to Mr. Steve Otterwell. Steve is awesome, based in the UK. Been around the industry of network marketing for a very long time. Become a good friend of mine. I actually got him on an interview with me, Eric Worre, and Steve Otterwell, which was fun. That was 2018, I think March or April 2018. So that was super fun, but we love Steve. Steve's great, team player, big team player, good guy. Let's bring him on stage. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Steve, how you doing, mate?
Hey, Frazer.
Oh, look at that.
Welcome to the Big Brother house.
Mate, I think it's Game of Thrones. You are looking sharp, my man.
I've travelled 363 miles to Rotherham. We've got an event going on at the moment, so if you can hear noise in the background, don't worry.
I was thinking you've travelled 363 miles just to get onto that chair.
I would do. I'm taking it home with me.
I'm going to take it home. Mate, you've got the muscles for it. Just throw it on the back and just take it home. You know? I'm from Liverpool. I can give you a few tips. No, I'm joking. So, mate, you and I have been connected for a few years now. Where was your head at? Where was your business at before you got started with the Inner Circle?
A bit of a mess, as you will know. I was very successful, as you know, in my previous company. I went to the top of that company in 2012. I joined the company and went to the top of that company in 12 weeks and built an organisation in 35 countries, about 14,500 business partners, 110,000 customers. So I had massive success and was with that company 7 years. And then what I found then, I got a bit sort of disillusioned, a bit lost with the way things were changing, and I didn't like the way that things were changing. And I sort of backed away from it, and I was in sort of no man's land. Luckily, bumped into yourself and Rob Sperry at an event in Birmingham. We had a good conversation on that day. A lot of companies had approached me, and we'd also done a lot of research on companies. But after a conversation with you both, I got a lot more clarity, which is a massive thing for me that I've got from an Inner Circle. But I got clarity for what I was about to do. So I was really in no man's land before the Inner Circle. I just sort of partnered with I decided what I was going to do, partnered with a pre-launch company, but I was sort of in no man's land just at the start of what I've said about doing.
Mm-hmm. I love it. And what was the thing that you've learned or implemented that you've got from the Inner Circle that's moved the needle the most?
Yeah, so I think for me, in network marketing, and I've seen it for years, is a lot of people talk a good game. They say that they've got systems, but a lot of them, and you can mix it up, a lot of them have got processes. They're not systems. And it's not something that you could give a 10-year-old child and he could go and do it. And with a proper system, it's something that you could give to a 10-year-old child and he could implement it. And the steps in the Inner Circle, there's so much value in the Inner Circle, but I believe if you just look at the clarity of even the first 2 or 3 steps, with my new team, and I'm here with Lindsay Rodriguez, Caroline Hutchinson, and Claire Holmes. They're all here running their own events. So they like took the ball and run with it. So proud of the ladies. But what I got just from sort of the first, one of the first things was the whoop or poop in the Inner Circle. That for me, people are like, what was whoop or poop? And I was like, well, this is about like your wish, your outcome, your objections, and your plan, what that is. And there's like, what's poop? And I was like, poop is poop. Like, do you want your business to be poop, or do you want your business to take off? But just doing that process with my leaders, it got me to actually really get to know my leaders more, because you can get running a business and things can take off fast, as I learned with my last company, and you've got leaders, but you don't actually know that much about them. And the whoop or poop for me really got me in depth with my leaders, what they're all really about, and it allowed me to help support them even better, because we connected on a deeper level.
And that's it, isn't it? Like, we called it relationship marketing for such a long time, and I think we're so focused on creating a relationship to get someone in, and then we're like, bye. Like, you do it. There's the list. Go do it. Tick it off. Dun. But in reality, I think you build a relationship to get someone in, to get the trust, but then you continue to build the relationship deep in order to, get the team who want to duplicate and who want to travel the world with you. I'll tell you this, guys. Going on incentive trips on your own is lonely. And you always go, I mean, you've been on them, Steve, like, you go to an incentive trip with your upline and it's fine. But you always fly home thinking, man, I wish I had 20 people in my team here. And I think in order to make that happen, you have to want to love the people you work with, so that you enjoy rooming with them, you enjoy having dinner with them, you enjoy inviting them around to the house for a weekend, you enjoy like a fun weekend, you enjoy going on a night out with them, whatever it might be. So I love that. What would you say to people who are on the fence, like why they should consider joining the Inner Circle?
I'd ask them. I suppose one of the things for me was, and I think my joining the Inner Circle was about a year ago, while I was on Success Summit, and the question is, for somebody sitting on the fence, is for me, is, are you serious? Because a lot of people think they're serious, they talk they're serious, but are they actually serious? And I heard this by one of the speakers a minute ago, which was, I think it was Emma, who said about the commitment and the casting is, are you serious? Well, if you are, put your money where your mouth is. Actually invest in yourself, and then, because you've invested in yourself, actually take the action. If money's not an issue to some people, don't just invest in something and not do it. Actually use it for the purpose of what it's there for, which is to support you. Because from my time in the network marketing industry and the profession, what I've seen is there's a sort of a massive lack of support, and we did it in the Ninja Network, where you're reaching out and helping a lot of people in different companies, supporting them, because there was such a lack, and that's why they joined the Ninja Network originally. There was such a lack of support, because a lot of the leaders, again, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of the leaders had processes, they didn't have systems, so people couldn't. It's no good saying to somebody, go and get two people who get two, blah blah blah. If you don't know how to get people, you've missed the first step. So a process is not a system. Build something that a 10-year-old could follow and plug into. So people sitting on the fence have got to ask themselves, are they serious? If they are serious, you will find a way to get the money to actually take part in the Inner Circle, but then you'll get back tenfold if you actually play at that level, if you are serious.
I love it, mate. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the event. I hope you enjoy the rest of that chair. Send pictures. So we know where yeah, mate, that is a beast. That is a beast. But we appreciate it, brother. Travel safe when you go home as well, and we'll see you soon.
Take care, buddy.
All right. See you, mate. My dad used to